Welcome to Divine Femme TV. My name is Sarah Rose, and this is another channeled message for the Divine Feminine Collective. There are different ways of the collective, so this may or may not resonate you. Just take what resonates. If it does not resonate, you can check out the playlist, which is linked after this video and also in the description below. That being said, I don't believe in accidents, and if you've resonated with this, then I do feel there's something here for you. So I'm just going to share the message that's coming up. If you are a divine feminine on this journey and you've been activated by your twin flame and you are going through cycles of suffering, constantly binging tarot videos on YouTube, trying to figure out what is going on with this connection, trying to figure out how to get your twin flame back, trying to figure out how to really just ease the pain and suffering that you're experiencing, and just questioning your own sanity while your mind just spins out of control, then I trust you found this particular message because you are ready to break that cycle. You realize now that you are putting so much time, energy, and focus into trying to figure out what's going on that it is literally consuming your entire life. It is like taking your life over. Every single minute of the day is consumed with this and a desperate need to fill this perceived void, this pain, this suffering. And so what I want to share with you is that this is a very necessary part of the journey. When you are activated on this journey and you are starting to feel the soul shock as you move into separation, it is meant to trigger all of your abandonment wounds, every place within yourself where you have been self-betraying and giving your power away. And so this is a very addictive cycle that until you're willing, keyword willing, to break this cycle, you will stay constantly looping in pain and suffering and a lack of inner peace and all the things. You have to be willing to break this addictive cycle. And it is very much like an addiction. And at the early stages of separation from your twin flame, when you go into soul shock, there is just a spiraling. There's no way around it. It's not even like there's nothing really you can do about it. You're going to spiral. And you're going to be grasping for anything outside of yourself that you feel is going to heal that pain and suffering and fill that void within. And the drug of choice for this addiction is your twin flame, because at this point on the journey, at this stage, you have your twin flame on a pedestal, and you think that if you could just get your twin flame back, then you would be okay. And what I'm here to share with you is if you truly are activated on the twin flame journey, your twin flame is mirroring back to you where you are running from yourself. So everybody talks about the divine masculine being the runner, when in actuality, the divine feminine is running from her true heart, from her essence, from the love that she is. And your twin flame, being your other self, your mirror, is going to reflect back to you how deeply you have met yourself or how much you are running from your true self. So when you are running from your own heart, from your truth, from the love that you are, when you are seeking external validation outside of yourself, especially in the form of your twin flame, whether that be seeking physically, trying to connect with them, or seeking energetically, trying to figure it out and trying to call them in or whatever, what this is doing is it's leaking your energy out and giving all of your power away. And you're basically telling the universe that you are not okay as you are. You're not worthy as you are. You're not good enough as you are. You actually need this other quote unquote person. I'm using person in air quotes because on a 3D level, they are this separate physical body, but on an energetic level, they are you in another body. And so your soul loves you so much. God loves you so much. Your soul is an extension of the divine. Your soul loves you so much on this journey that it will not reflect back to you anything that is not for your own growth and ascension. And so basically, your other self, your AKA twin flame, is your divine mirror, and they will continue to reflect back to you all of the places that you are running from yourself. The feminine is the ultimate runner at the beginning, and the reason on the external world the divine masculine runs is because they are a reflection of what you, divine feminine, are embodying. And if you are running from your heart, from your truth, from the essence of who you truly are, and you are seeking outside of yourself a band-aid solution to heal what you feel to be a void or pain or suffering, and you're seeking outside of yourself to grasp onto something to alleviate that, and this can be many different things, but obviously your twin flame is one of those things. It is the drug of choice that your ego desires when you are activated on this journey. The more you run from yourself, the more they run from you, because they are a reflection of how deeply you have met yourself. And when I say yourself, I mean the true you, your divine nature, the part of you that is one with all that is, the love that you are, the love that does not need to chase or seek outside of itself, the love that does not need external validation, the love that does not need someone or something to show up in your experience in order for you to feel lovable, worthy, or good enough. You are the love that you seek. And the more you seek it outside of yourself, the more your other self will reflect that back to you and run from you. Because you guys are one energetic unit appearing separately in two bodies. When you run from you, they run from you because they are a reflection of you running from your true self. When you come home to yourself, you begin to magnetize them in because they are a reflection of how deeply you have met yourself, your true divine nature. Simultaneously, on the other side of the coin of this, the divine masculine on this journey is running from their true self. They are running from their heart. They are running from who they truly are at their core. And you may have experienced this on your journey, right? Where they are running from who they truly are. This is why they feel so uncomfortable and so vulnerable in your presence. You are reflecting back to them who they truly are, and they run from that. They run from their heart. They run from their who they truly are. And guess what gets them to turn back and start to face the parts of them within that are still divided in untruth and falsehood and a lack of love? The catalyst that causes the divine masculine to come home to their true self, to their heart, aka their soul, the catalyst for that is you coming home to your true self. And so this journey between the divine feminine and divine masculine, if you're on this journey, is walked in tandem with each other, and the feminine leads. The divine masculine will always be responding to how deeply you have met yourself. And so the message that's coming through very clearly for someone, I know the divine feminine that I'm speaking to, the divine feminine that I'm speaking to right now is someone who has been on this journey long enough to know and realize that there is something much deeper happening than just this trying to get this person back into your 3D physical experience and reality. That's not what this journey is about. This journey is about your ascension, and ultimately about you coming home to the truth of who you truly are, which is the divine love within, the love that you are seeking outside of yourself, that void, that feeling of lack, that feeling of needing something outside of yourself in order to feel good enough or lovable or worthy, is connected to separation consciousness, where you feel separate from the divine love within you. And this is what this journey is about. When you come into union with the love that you are, and begin to love yourself as the divinely worthy child of God that you are, the expression of the one that you are, and you start to make self-honoring choices where you no longer run from yourself, you no longer abandon your heart, you no longer seek outside of yourself like someone else is going to be able to save you. On this journey, you save yourself, and you save yourself by coming home to who you truly are and coming home to your heart, your sacred heart, your portal to the love that you are, which is accessible right now to you in the present moment, right now in the present. And the trap of this journey, which is the purpose of this message, that so many divine feminines fall into, and I understand what that's like because I've been through the soul shock and the spiraling and all of the mental anguish and suffering, so I get it. The trap that divine feminines fall into is that they continuously seek out the information that keeps them trapped in duality, keeps them projecting into the future. So the dualistic mind, which is rooted in duality, keeps you focused and projecting into the future or ruminating about the past, when the portal to your heart and who you truly are at your core can only be accessed right now, in the present moment, right now. And so what happens is the egoic mind latches on to a story or narrative that's going to keep you future focused. And the future does not exist. It's always now. It's always now. And that doesn't sound very fun to the ego. The ego wants to figure out how it can do better, be better, have more, secure more, get that person, get that thing. It's always about clinging onto something in order for it to have a better experience. And this isn't dissing the ego, because the ego serves a very important role in manifestation and you being able to thrive within your individualized, authentic expression while simultaneously being one with all that is. I know this is paradoxical, but that's what's happening. You coming home to the truth that you are everything and you are no thing simultaneously. You are not this human vessel, although simultaneously you are having this human expression, this expression of the one, which should be honored. And so the trap that divine feminines fall into, which is the purpose of this message, is they are continuously hooked through the mental body into a story or narrative that keeps them future focused, and it keeps you, if you're resonating with this, I'm speaking directly to you, I'm calling you out if this is you, it keeps you from coming home to who you truly are. It keeps you from coming home to your heart, to your soul, to where all of the magic within you lies, to where your peace emanates from. And instead, especially on this journey, if you've been activated by your twin flame, your egoic mind keeps you in an addictive cycle of chasing and seeking outside of yourself, with the main quote-unquote prize, I'm just using prize in air quotes, the main prize that the ego tries to acquire at the onset of this journey is your twin flame, thinking that your twin flame is going to make everything better. And I can share with you that the more you continuously seek outside of yourself, you may call your twin flame back in for another round, and it will lead to another round of suffering and separation if you are still coming from wounded feminine energy. If you truly do seek divine union in this lifetime and on this journey, you must be willing, keyword willing again, to break the cycle and come home to yourself, because divine union is within you. You are the love that you seek. And only when you embody this and know this truth on a heart intuitive level, not a conceptual understanding, will you begin to vibrate at this frequency. So it's not enough to tell yourself this and conceptually understand it and then go binge watch 1,000 more YouTube videos, staying up all night, driving yourself crazy, trying to figure out this out. You actually have to start embodying it. You actually have to come home to your heart. You actually have to heal this wounded feminine energy. And this is not to say you are wounded at your core. You are a divinely worthy being. But over the course of this journey, you have picked up patterns, conditioning, and circumstances across your life that have told you in some way, shape, or form that you are not good enough, or that you are not worthy, or that you are not safe in your own skin, or safe in your body, or safe to be who you truly are. And so for many divine feminines, there's been an abandonment of your heart for a long time. This isn't the first time this has happened, but the twin flame is able to really punctuate this for your journey to where you can no longer escape it. Like, you have to look at it. You have to be willing to break the cycle. The alternative is you go crazy. Eventually your mind will just get so exhausted that you have no option but to turn inward based on pure exhaustion. And so the divine feminine I'm speaking to, you are at the cusp of shifting into your sovereignty and what I refer to as your Empress energy, fully coming home to yourself and beginning to love yourself unconditionally, like the divinely worthy being that you are, and not needing anyone or anything outside of yourself to validate that for you. You are self-validating. I'm getting full body chills right now. You are self-validating, and this doesn't mean putting up a wall and becoming hyper-independent, which is just another form of toxic masculinity. But it is about elevating your standards and naturally creating healthy boundaries around what you will and will not allow, what you will and will not allow in your life and in your experience and in your energy and in your space as the Empress that you know that you are. So if this video found you and resonates with you on any level, I trust that this is not an accident. And I do have a very intimate container called Embody the Empress, where you are able to come into full sovereignty of your divine feminine power and fully embody your Empress energy to break the distorted cycles once and for all. And the only thing that is required is your willingness. You've already been divinely guided to this message. If it's resonating with you, then the next step should be obvious if you do want support on this journey. One of the things that I know is the most healing on this journey that has helped women catapult themselves into their most empowered life is they are no longer willing to do it alone. They realize that they can gift themselves the support, the sacred space, the healing that they deserve, and they don't have to do it all alone. So if you're tired of binge watching YouTube videos until the endless hours of the night or early morning trying to figure all this out, just to wake up the next day and have the next day just be another Groundhog's Day on repeat, where you are continuously leaking your energy and giving all of your power away, hyper focused on external validation, stuck in addictive cycles, meanwhile completely suffering, and realizing, and this is the most important thing, realizing that there is so much divine potential within you that is just waiting to be realized and actualized in this lifetime. I can tell you from experience that healing this wounded feminine energy and stepping into your power and what I call divine confidence, which makes you unstoppable, unshakable, and fully empowered in your worthiness, is the key, is the necessary step for you to step into your purpose and really thrive in all areas of your life. Otherwise, you will fall into these distorted cycles of giving your power away over and over and over again. And it won't just be with your twin flame. Your twin flame is here to really shine a light on this. It's the mirror right in your face that you can't escape. But you'll also be doing this in other relationships. You'll be doing it in your career. You'll be doing it in your community. You'll be doing it with friends or family. It will manifest in other areas of your life, and it likely already has been. So the divine feminine that I'm speaking to, this is not a new cycle that just started with your twin flame, but your twin flame poured like a huge amount of awareness on this, the kind of awareness that you cannot escape from. And what feels like a prison at first that you can't escape from is actually the catalyst for your ascension. So realize that everything is happening for you, but at a certain phase on this journey, you do have to start choosing yourself. You do have to be willing to break the pattern. You do have to be willing to look at the coping mechanisms that you've been using to avoid where you feel unlovable or unworthy or not good enough, or where you're holding on to things that are not serving you. You do have to be willing to look at your shadow so you can alchemize it. You do have to choose yourself on this journey, and eventually you will. You will choose yourself, whether that takes another year, a few months, whether it's today, whether it's 10 years from now. Like, eventually you will choose yourself. Maybe it's in a different lifetime, who knows? But if you're feeling this right now and you're called and resonating with this message or this channel or anything that I put out, I know who I'm here to support, and I'm here to support the divine feminines that in this lifetime, right here, right now, are ready, willing, and open to stepping into their full power in this lifetime, and also aligning with their dharma and their purpose, which naturally unfolds as you fully come home to yourself and love yourself and know yourself to be the divinely worthy being and child of God that you are. And only from this place will you be able to create from the place of what I refer to as divine creation. Because if you still are coming from fear-based consciousness, then everything that you create from that will have marginal results at best and will always lead back to other cycles that are rooted in fear. So whether that be lack, whether that be scarcity, whether that be, unworthiness, however those patterns play out in your life, if you continue to create your reality from fear-based consciousness, whether we're referring to your reality, whether we're referring to projects or a business or whatever wants to be divinely created through you, if you're creating from fear-based consciousness, it will not carry the frequency that automatically magnetizes in the divine prosperity, the divine abundance, and the divine love that you know in your heart you are worthy of. So if you are ready to shift from suffering to sovereignty, and you're willing to take your power back, and you want support on your journey, then I welcome you to check out Embody the Empress wherever you're listening to this. I would be honored and so blessed to be a part of your journey. Nothing gives me more joy than helping divine feminines through this process, through this quote-unquote journey, the journeyless journey home to your heart, home to yourself, and making sense of this crazy ride that you're on so you can take back your sanity, awaken the power within you, and fully embody your divine sovereignty and your feminine magnetism so you can begin to attract in the life, the love, and all the things that you know you truly deserve. So if this resonates with you, I would love to hear from you. Please drop me a comment as well. I always love to hear if this resonated. And until next time, I hope this finds you well. Namaste.